Okay, we're recording. All right. Whenever you get ready, you can kick it off.
My girlfriend called me and told me that when she first got married, she's been married for 5 years now. When they first got married, they would have sex every night. And for the last 6 months, they're having sex maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. And she's starting to feel like the bedroom is the coldest place in her house. Why do you think her husband has changed sexually with her?
The biggest question has to be, has Big Mo become uninterested in her? Has Big Mo become uninterested in her? Or
Now, make that happen. Is there something she could do different? Is there something she should be doing different?
yes. Well, you got to understand that how long have they been married?
5 years.
5 years. Well,
And in
maybe.
5 years, Big Mo should still be attracted to her.
Well, you can't say that. You can't say what it should be. You
Why?
just have to find out why it's not. And I think that's the biggest problem with her. She's not finding out why Big Mo has become uninterested in her. And a lot of times it takes her getting outside of herself and get out of her feelings and try to understand what's going on with him and Big Mo. See, that's the problem. The
No,
problem is she's too much into herself and into her feelings. Because if she wasn't, then she would know what's going on.
no. Big Mo belongs to him. So if I'm still attractive and I'm still sexy and nothing has
Who,
changed with me, then what's going on with him?
who says you're still attractive?
Well, wouldn't you think if she's lost sex appeal, he would say something? Why do you think she needs to say something?
Well, the question is, why is the bedroom cold? So if she feels that it's cold, obviously there's a problem. There's
It's
a problem here. So in order to solve a problem, you have to get to the bottom of the problem.
well, it's cold because he's not giving it to her. Even when she tries to initiate, he's not willing to participate. Why?
Because she has become something that he's gotten used to and that it's becoming something that it's there all the time.
Well, that's what the thing is. Till death do us part. So you knew that when you signed up for this. So
It's almost like drinking Coca-Cola every day. You
okay.
drink Coca-Cola every day. Eventually, if there's options to have a Sprite or Pepsi or any other kind of drink, you're gonna start to look at the other drinks because you have this.
Oh. So
So
now you're telling me what it is. He's cheating.
not necessarily.
Age old scenario.
Not necessarily. See, that's
Always
the first
want.
thing women want to go to when the man is not Big Mo is not happy. You see,
So
you
what
have to
you're saying is it's my job as your wife to keep Big Mo happy.
yeah, it's your job. The thing about this is that you have to become what you're not. You have to become. Now, you don't have to become this all the time. You don't have to become this all the time. If a man decides that he's going to go outside of the relationship to have sex with another woman because he's not satisfied with you anymore, then most likely he's going to cheat with somebody the opposite of you. So, therefore, you have to become the opposite of yourself. Now, you don't have to stay this all the time. You can be this once a week, twice a week. You have to be something that you're not
Re-
sometimes.
Really. So now you're telling me I need to become a character. I need to do dress up. I need to be outside of my comfort zone because he having a problem with his big mo. Really? Do you
Well,
think that's the answer?
you would want him to get outside of his comfort zone to please you,
Okay.
right?
So since
Right?
he's not pleasing me, he needs to do something else. So since his big mo has the problem, maybe he needs to get some Viagra. Maybe he needs to go to therapy. Maybe he needs to do something because if this bedroom continues to be cold, he may not be in the house.
See, that's the one thing that y'all always do. You always want to answer for something, but then when somebody tries to give you the answer, you already have the solution. Why is that? Why is it that women always have the answer, but they always looking for the answer?
Well, the
Now
solution.
here I am telling you exactly what you need. See, women like to get in their feelings. You have to get away from your feelings to understand what is needed in order for your bedroom not to be cold anymore. Now, what you need to become is what he's looking for. Maybe he want a side piece. Maybe he want to sneak off sometimes. So you have to be the woman that he sneaks off with. But you have to listen to him very carefully. You see. You have to listen very carefully.
So
A
you want
man, go ahead.
so you want me to cook, you want me to clean, you want me to take care of the house, hold down a job, and then meet all your fantasies so that you don't cheat on me. Really?
Well,
Really?
listen, you don't have to do those things. Don't take my advice. I'm not here to shove it down your throat. I tell women this all the time. I do not shove advice down your throat. But at some point, you keep going around in a circle, you're going to come back to me and you're going to ask me the same question. And then the answer is still going to be the same.
So when does our job end? Like when is it that you feel like men need to do something to please us?
I tell women this all the time, and you're doing this now. I tell men this all the time. You can't change women. You can't. We can get on here. We can complain all the time about what women ain't doing and how they should be. But women has a thing called women's nature, and men have a thing called men nature. And there's something, and sometimes you have, and I won't even say sometimes. Most women are not aware of there's certain things that you have to do in order to tap in and make that and join in with their nature and become one with what they're looking for. Now, you
So
see these women when they get cheated on and they go, well, she looks half as decent as I do. You'll always hear women saying this. The woman that the man cheated on her with, she doesn't look half as good, but she's different. And I'm telling you how to be different. You have to become a character sometimes for him in order for him to get the satisfaction that he's looking for. Now, it's hard to be new. It's very difficult to be new in a relationship
so
because
so
go
what
ahead.
happens to my enjoyment? Why he don't come in here new? You know, why he can't be a stripper some nights? Maybe that would make the bedroom not so cold. Maybe that would get me into character if he put up some effort. If he knows these are the things he desire and want, why he can't come in acting like Superman some night? Maybe I turn into Wonder Woman.
Well, did you ask him for those things?
I didn't know I needed to ask for.
Hey, you didn't know.
I'm trying
And
to figure out what's wrong with him. What have I done? I haven't changed. So why has he changed?
it's not that you had the problem is that you haven't changed. That's the problem. The
So you
problem
tell
that
me
you're still the same. And
you
something that's still the same, that means it's getting old. And he's looking for something new. Like it's just like when you get something new that you never had before, whether it's some new clothes, a new car. When you first get it, it gives you that shock. It gives you that energy. And so once you get to driving it around, you get the feel of it, you pulling up, it makes you feel a certain way. Well, that's how you got to be with the man in the bedroom. Now, you don't have to do this, you know, uh, every day, every week, but sometimes you have to be that woman that he fantasizes about. If
so what happens to the man who's routine, who likes to eat the same things all the time. And I'm his favorite meal. And now all of a sudden, he wants to try something new. You've been eating the same thing for the last 5 years.
Well,
So, what happened to that routine? What made you change the routine?
it's not what made me change. It's that I did change.
And
Because
so,
at the end of the day, your bedroom is still cold. No matter why, it is what it is. So you have to find out why is it? Why is it? So if he wants you to be, because the biggest thing with this, ladies. Now I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I don't let these secrets out every day.
yeah,
I don't
right.
let these secrets out every day.
You
All
and
right?
them secrets, they
I don't let
dangerous.
this out every day.
Okay.
I don't do it, but I'm gonna do it.
Listen, ladies,
I'm, I'm,
listen, listen.
I'm gonna do it just for you and just for y'all. The biggest thing for a man is his ego, and you know that. You know that. You know exactly when to uh, destroy his ego by calling him small D. You have small dick energy. You know how to do that. So what's the opposite of that? You have to make him feel like when he's in the bedroom, he's the master. He's the master. Also, you when you play a character in the bedroom, whether it's whatever you're doing, moaning, screaming, whatever you like, you have to figure out what he likes, and you have to become that. You have to become that. Now, you don't have to do it every day, like I say, but you have to become that. Now, if he wants a businesswoman, you have to become a businesswoman. If you want a slut, you have to become a slut. If you want those things,
Now you want
hey, hey, the next, wait. The thing about it is that most men gets enjoyment, and they'll lie about this here. It's nothing better than having a woman that other men want or another man has. So you always have to be the cheating wife. The cheating wife. You always got to be the cheating wife. Always. You may not have to be it but once a year, but you have to be that woman that he's not supposed to be with. Now you can't dress up the same way you always dress up. You can't put on the same hair. You can't put on the same lipstick. You have to look different. And you also, what does your husband like about you? Do you have big lips? Do you have nice eyes? Do you have nice legs? Do you have big breasts? Do you have a big butt? What is it that he likes? And you have to find out what he likes, and you have to find out what he likes for you to wear, how he likes to see you. This is all tilted towards his attraction towards you. But
so
what? Go ahead.
the solution to this problem is it lies in a woman finding the answers for his inadequacies. It's her.
Just
It's on her again. Why is it that men often feel like it's the woman that needs to create the mood, create the environment to make all these things happen, to fix his problems?
he don't. He'll just find a woman that will listen to me. And when he finds that woman that'll listen to me, he doesn't care if what you think. Okay. Go around assuming that it's not your job to do those things. Fine. Nobody is going to put a pistol to your head and make you do those things.
But what if she's
Nobody's gonna do it.
the
But
role?
go ahead.
She's a shy woman. Remember, he married her as a virgin. So she don't have a lot of experience with those things. So now he's changed up on her. How does she learn without him becoming suspicious of where she's learned these things or why she's doing these things?
If he comes suspicious, well you don't have to, you can discuss this before you start doing it. This can be a discussion. You can discuss this before you're doing it.
Now,
Now,
you
now if he doesn't, if he go ahead.
you know how you men are. We come home with one new idea, new thing, and the first thing he says, "What nigga you been with? Who is he? I'm gonna kick his ass."
Yeah. If you, shit, he should be saying those things. Maybe. I mean, I don't know about kicking ass. Now I ain't finna be trying to kick nobody's ass. Now.
So you wouldn't fight over her?
Hell no,
Come
absolutely
on.
not. Crazy. I'm not gonna be doing that
You love
foolishness.
her.
I'm
She's
not finna. I'm not doing that foolishness. I'm not doing that foolishness.
you gotta fight for that woman.
But but if you start coming home and you hadn't discussed something, things that you're gonna improve in the bedroom, and you just all of a sudden show up with a new wig, show up with some new hair, and you flash new hairstyle and all that stuff. You might not say nothing. It might be okay. She's just trying a new look. But pretty soon it's gonna spark the subconscious, and you're gonna see that, hey man, maybe I need to, keep my head on a swivel, dare I say. And most guys will. Now he might not say nothing, like I say, but it's gonna sport. But now if you and him are deciding to make some improvement in the bedroom,
Hmm.
then the discussion has to be had. Because he wants, I mean, shit, you come in here with dressed up like, or start talking about you somebody's wife or something like that, then man, he don't know what you're talking about. He gonna think you crazy. So you have to sit down and have those discussions. Now, I will give you this. I will give you this. You have to be with a husband that's open minded.
Exactly.
Now, if he's not open minded, then
What do you do?
you can't do nothing for a closed minded person. What shit?
So how do you fix the marriage? If you married the man as a
Only
virgin
thing you can do is your part.
and you
It-
start dressing up or you initiate, say oral sex isn't something that's initiated in the marriage, and you start trying, you go down. Aren't you don't you think that man is gonna wonder where you been, who you been with, where's this coming from? You know, some men, we are not allowed to initiate in the bedroom without there being suspicion.
Well, I mean, at some point, y- you're gonna have to try something. And if you're trying and it's not working, what can you do? What can you do? You either gonna have to start deciding what you're gonna do for yourself, whether that's move on, whether that's leave your marriage, whatever. And I don't advocate leaving marriages, but if you want to hang around and you're trying to do something to improve your marriage, and that person just don't want to do it, then
Well,
I mean,
I
I
guess
mean, I mean, listen, he
at,
doesn't have to do. Go ahead.
at that time, I guess maybe counseling could be something that they could consider. You know, sexual counseling. Maybe the husband may could have a medical problem. I think you're right when you say it needs to be a conversation. And I think sometimes as women, we're just afraid to have these conversations and we just kind of go with the flow and just assume the worst. Just we often assume that the man is out cheating on us and he doesn't desire us anymore, or we've gained weight and he doesn't desire us anymore without having a conversation. And like you say, all of it starts with a conversation. I think that's what has to happen.
It starts with a conversation, and then action has to take place. Now, I'm
Correct.
not telling you that a man will be open to every idea, but if he's closed minded to everything that you're trying to do, then what can you do? Eventually, both of y'all are gonna be at a standoff. You're gonna be at a standoff.
But
Then
it
what?
doesn't make sense. 5 years you've been content. 5 years you desired me. You wanted me. I was, attractive.
Listen,
I was your everything. You couldn't resist me. I used to have to fight you off.
you're
And
not the same person you was 5 years ago, sweetheart.
what changed?
People change with time. You don't stay the same going through life. Were you the same now as you was when you was 20 years old?
Well, I'm not, but I still desire him the same. I still want it every
But
day.
it's not the same. And see, that's what women want to do. See, y'all will look in the mirror and think that you still look the same as you did 15 years ago, or you still think that your attitude or the way you do things going to work now that it did back 15, 20 years ago. And it's not.
Well, I
Things
could
change.
look better.
People change.
I could look better than I looked 15 years ago, 5 years ago.
Some people do. I mean, some people do, especially with the
Okay?
enhancement. Some people do, but you're still not the same.
And he's
And
not the
just because you're better doesn't mean it's gonna be his better.
come on, Kevin. He's not the same. So it could be his libido has changed. Maybe he needs to seek medical attention. You know, it's not always the issue of the woman. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
He's
that's nothing you
falling short.
well, that's nothing you can do about that. How you gonna do? You asking me a solution. What can you do about his libido? Nothing. Only thing I can give you advice for is what you can do better. How you if my advice don't work, then obviously try something else. But this attitude of walking around, if you have a problem with your husband, or even if your husband have a problem with you, telling you all the time what things should be, ain't gonna get nothing done. Period. So you need to come up with a solution. And some people are not solution based; they complain. They complain about what the other person is not doing, or if I'm doing it, you should be able to do it. Things don't work that way.
Well,
So
basically, the solution here is there needs to be some open communication about their sex life.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely, it has to be.
All right. I guess I can go with that for now. You're trying to get away, but I guess I'll go with that.
I'm the doctor.
Yes, you just want to admit that man is falling short. He's doing something.
I won't deny that. Uh,
Hmm.
I won't deny that some men, you know, they cheat. Some women cheat. People go outside. I'm telling you something to try to keep you inside of your relationship or your marriage. That's all I'm doing. Nothing more.
Well,
Hey,
I think she should just hire her a grass man or a pool boy.
go ahead.
I think she should just hire her a grass man or a pool boy.
And that's the fix to the solution. I, that's the fix to the use. Would you do that? Let me ask you that. Would you do that? Would you
No,
hire a grass man? Do you
I'm
all?
playing.
Let me look in your wallet and see some grass, some business cards in there that says a grass man. Let me see that. And I bet you got a lot of grass man business cards. Hold them up. Let me
I
see.
probably do.
Let me. You probably. We getting somewhere now, huh?
Yeah, but you know,
Probably.
yeah, I think the mailman is just better.
Really? You like mailmans, huh?
Yeah, I like the mailman
You
because
like mailmans, huh?
he brings good news.
hmm I bet he do. I bet he do.
Yes.